Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Patnon. So, how you all doing, guys? Hope you're good today. Hope you're doing great, and I hope you're generally fine. So today, guys, I'll be showing you how to make this very beautiful, stylish, and trending bubu with a collar. And the two fabrics I'm using here is the African print and the plain fabric. So this plain fabric is a chinos fabric. It's also thick as well, but not as much as the ashoke that is usually used. Okay, yeah, so I'll be using a chinos fabric, and of course I'll be adding some interfacing at some point because this particular chinos is on a bit on the lighter side, so I'll be adding what an interfacing, and of course because it's also a bit stretchy as well. Okay, yeah, so this is my fabric. I already have it folded into four, so I'll be able to cut out for both the front and the back piece. So I'm just going ahead to trim off those edges, and so that's going to be my startup line. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and indicate the shoulder width for this person, and the shoulder width is 16. Now 16 shoulder width divided by 2, and that will be 8. So I'll go ahead and indicate that. So marking out 8 inches there after indicating my 8 inches point. So from there you can actually determine what your sleeve length. And if you look at the thumbnail, you can see that there is what a sleeve extension with the ashoke, right? So the sleeve length I have extra here is 8 inches. So if I'm going to add that much, I will now add the extension. But for this particular outfit, I'm not adding a sleeve extension. I'm just going to do a band. So it totally depends on what you want. Okay, yes, so coming down at 1.5 inches for my slope, so I'm going ahead to make a slanted line there. So this is for my slope, so you can see what we have there. So after that, now the next thing I'm going to do is to indicate what the sleeve opening. Now from the shoulder slope there, I will take a sleeve opening of about 11 inches. Okay, that's where the arm is supposed to pass through, right? So 11 inches for my sleeve opening, and yours can actually be lesser. Okay, yes, so then of course automatically that becomes what my chest line. So I'm extending the line. Now I'm going to fix in the body circumference. So I'm using one measurement for all, and I'm going for the biggest measurement, which is the hip. And the hip for this person is 44 divided by 4, and that will be what 11 inches. Now to give it that bubu effect, I will add extra 4 inches to that, and that makes it what 15 inches. Okay, so all the way from that chest line, I'll keep marking my 15 inches all the way to the very end of my dress. Okay, to the full length of the dress. You can see I'm making what a straight line there. All right, so the next thing of course is to indicate your full length. Totally depends on what you want. So the length for this person is 41, so I went ahead to add extra 3 inches for hemming at the lower part and also the joining, and that's why I have 44 inches all the way. So this yours can be shorter. All right, so it depends on what you want your full length to be. So just went ahead to make my armhole curve, and that was it there. Now the next thing of course I did now was to go ahead and indicate what the waist point there. I just indicated that point because I'm going to be adding a pocket. Okay, yes, so waistline point there, then I just came down by about 7.5 inches. So that is where my pocket is going to be what sitting, right? Yes, so that's just it. All right, so the next thing of course I'll do now is to what indicate my neck measurement. So I'm going to be using a neck width of 3. Okay, neck width of 3 is what I'm using. Then a neck depth of 1 inch. Okay, so this is one is going to be for the back. So I'll go ahead and make my curve. All right, so after that I'll also mark out for the front depth. Now the front depth neckline, I want it to be 3 inches. Okay, I'll also make that curve. I'm still going to make a slant at the center of the front there. Okay, but that's after I'm done taking off one piece for the back. So I'll make that slant because this is supposed to be a bubu. I know it's not going to have a zipper, so you also have to be sure that it can pass through the neck. So I advise that once you're done making your slit, you can use your pin to hold it down and just pass it through the head, and to be sure that it can go through. If not, you know if you can increase the depth of the slit or not. Okay, but of course as we forge ahead, I'm going to use 4 0.5 inches. Okay, that's what I used for my slit. And so all I did here now was to cut out my fabric. I'm just notching out the necessary points, the points where the pocket will be sitting, and of course my hemline. So after that, now I'm just going ahead to take off one piece, which is for the back, so I can go ahead now and cut out what for the front neckline, as you can see right now. So once this is done now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to make that slit. So like I said, I'm going to do 4.5, although what I did here was 4, but of course when I did that, I later checked it out and saw that I needed to slit it a bit more, so I used 4.5 for my slit. So I'll just go ahead and make that slit. You can see, make that slit opening, and so this is it here. So one thing about this particular style is, okay, the intended style I want to make is just a bit, just slight different. The only difference is just different, it's just the fact that you're going to be adding a collar, okay, but you will see what I'm talking about. So this is what we have now. So, and of course for the back piece, this is what we have. So all I need to do now is to go ahead and join my piece from my shoulder, okay. But because like I said, this is not the intended style I want to do, so I have to use a facing to turn it in. So I'm using a facing to turn both the back neckline and also the front neckline. Now the facing for my front is the design we have at the front there, all right, and which is exactly what I'm cutting out. So this is where my plain fabric comes in. So you can see that my fabric is on full. So if you are using your Ashoke fabric, you have to bring the two straps together and join it. That's just the only difference, okay? But of course this is on full, so it's just the same process. Now depending on the length, because depending on where you want your design to get to, I want mine to get to just on the waistline there, okay? So I'm using exactly 18.5. Remember, we're still going to join this at the shoulder, then I'm also going to be folding at the edge to top stitch. So I'm using 18.5. You can do 17, you can also do 17.5, okay? Yes, and for the width, I'm also using 5 inches in width for this, okay? Remember, we're also going to fold it in and top stitch by the side as well. So like I said, if this is your Ashoke fabric, all you need to do is just to make a straight stitch and join two straps together so that you can have it unfold the way it is. I hope you understand. So after marking my straight line now, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring my front piece so that I can trace out the neckline and the slit, okay? This is serving as my facing, right? So I have to trace out the neckline and the slit, you can see. So I'll go ahead now and cut that out. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel in case you haven't done that yet. Please don't forget to like, share with your friends, share with your sewing community. I will really appreciate this a lot, okay? Like I do say, don't just watch and go. You find it helpful, please, all you can do is at least like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much as always. So going ahead to cut off the excesses that I don't need, and so our facing is ready. So you can actually leave it straight the way it is, or you can decide to give it some slant by the side. So I wanted mine to have that curvy by the side, so I went up by 4 inches. Then you go ahead and make a slant towards the edge, just like you see me doing. So you can even leave it slanted like this, or you can also make it curvy. So I just curve it a little bit inside, you can see, and of course I went ahead to cut it. So this totally depends on what you want, okay? Yes, whether you want it to be straight the way it is at the lower part, give it a slant, or also make it curvy by the side. So this is what we have. So you can see, so because of the nature of this fabric, like I said, I'm going to be adding an interfacing to give it that firmness, and this is what we have. So right now I'll place my facing right side to the wrong side, then I'll go ahead and sew only the slit, okay? But for me, I'll have to sew both the neckline and the slit because the original style is not to have a collar. I'm just fixing the collar because of the tutorial, for the sake of this tutorial, okay? But if it's just the collar, there's no need of turning the neckline, only the slit is enough. Then you turn it to the front and top stitch, just like you see me demonstrate. I hope you understand. All right, now the next thing I'll do now is to go ahead and cut out my pocket. I'm just folding two fabric into two, then folded it again into 4. Then I'll go ahead and indicate the depth of my pocket. 9 inches is enough. Okay, so I'm indicating 9 inches for the depth of the pocket. I'll go ahead with mark that line. Then also I'll make a width of about 7.5 inches for my pocket width, 9 inches for the depth, 7.5 for the pocket width, and just go ahead and make a curve. Okay, it doesn't have a particular style, just make a curve just like you see me doing, an outer curve. And yeah, this is what we have, you can see. So we'll be having 4 pieces of this. So we'll be joining this on both sides of the front and also both sides of the back. Okay, so this is what we have. Our pocket is ready. So the part where we notched on our dress, so that's where you place the pocket. You just go ahead and sew right side facing right side. Very important. You do this on both sides of the front and the same thing for the back. So yes, so what we are going to do next now is to go ahead and join these pieces together. Then I'll come back to show you the next step. And here guys, you can see I've gone ahead to turn my facing. I've also fixed my pocket. So just like I mentioned, the original style of this design, I am not fixing a collar. So that's why I went ahead to turn out both the back neckline and the front neckline with the facing. I hope you understand. But if it's just the collar, there is no need of turning the facing for the back and also for the front. All you need to do is to turn the facing for the slits. I hope you get this, okay? Yes, so but you can see in this case, I turn both the front and back, but it's just a similar design. The only difference is that this one is not going to have a collar, okay? But for the sake of the tutorial, I have to also show you this. Then for my sleeve, I'm also going to be putting a band. So after joining my shoulder, this is where you put your sleeve extension. So just like you see some parts of the thumbnail, if you want to your ashoke, then all you need to do is just to measure your desired sleeve length, right? Just put the ashoke there and sew it to extend the sleeve. But for this one, I'm not using a sleeve extension, rather I'm using a band, and that is why you can see I'll be sewing it from the inside. I've already applied interfacing on my plain fabric, so sew it on the inside. After that, you just bring it to the front and stop stitch. I mean, this is just the similar way you did for the neckline of the facing. Okay, so from the inside and top stitch at the front. So I'll go finish this up. And when I was done, you can see what we have. This is the sleeve band there. You can see both sides is done. You can see this. So yeah, we are done here. So all I need to do is to bring my pieces together and of course go ahead and join the sides. Just make sure that you align every piece properly. Then sew from the armhole, run it through the pocket, all the way down to the sides, and you repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Finally, you can go ahead and hem the lower part depending on what the hemming measurement you are using. Okay, yeah, so this is what we have when we're done. You can see this is all ready, and our pocket, everything is in place. You can see, and trust me, this outfit is good to go because this is exactly the design I am working with. You can see everything is looking all beautiful, but of course I have to go ahead and also show you how to fix the collar. So for the collar now, all you need to do is just to measure around the neckline. Just take it from, you can see from the slit of the front there, just place your tape rule and take it round. So in my own case, you will see that the neckline will be a bit wider ordinarily what it's supposed to be, because I've already torn the neckline for the back and the front. I hope you understand. Okay, so I'm going ahead to take the measurement, and that is what 18 inches, that's what I have there. And of course, this is the fabric I'm going to use for the collar. I've ironed my interfacing, and just like I've been saying, if this is your ashoke, all you need to do is to join 2 straps together, make a straight sew, 2 straps together, and you have it unfold like this. I hope you understand. So here I have 5 inches. Okay, I'm using 4.5, I add 0.5, so I'm using 5 inches for this my collar width, you can see. Then I'll go ahead what and make a straight line. So this is just for me to have the width, the desired width I am working with. So this is 5 inches. I'll repeat this again. If this is an Oshoke fabric, you need to join two straps together to have it unfold like this. Okay, yes, so you can see. All right, so all you need to do is to fold it again like this so that we can measure the round neckline. You know, the round neckline was 18, right? So because it's folded, we'll divide it into 2. So 18 divided by 2, that will be 9. But you also have to add 0.5 inches extra because you'll be sewing it by the side, and that will be what? 9.5. So this totally depends on what your own round neck will be. Don't forget, mine is not supposed to be because I've already turned the neckline with a facing. So now you can see what we have here. Once you have this now, all you need to do now is to turn it to the wrong side. When you turn it to the wrong side, you go ahead what and join the sides, okay, with that 0.5 inches seam. And after that, you can see what we have. Our collar is ready to be attached. So there are two methods of doing this. Whether you go ahead and fold in 0.5 inches like so, you iron it down, then you just insert your neckline round. If that works for you, fine. Another way is to what? Sew it, just take one side and sew from the wrong side. So you're going to be starting from the slit, okay? Everything must start from the front slit on one side. It will go round and end at the same front slit on the other side. I hope you understand. So here you can see I am sewing on the wrong side. So I'm going ahead to pin this down. Just go ahead and pin everything down, starting from one side of the front slit. Keep going round till you get to the other side of the front slit. I hope you understand. Okay, so once you're done doing that, that's how you're going to sew it. Once you're done doing that, then you can now go ahead and what? Turn it in, turn it what? To the right side. So the other part now, you bring it to the right side, fold it in 0.5, then you go ahead and top stitch. Okay, it's a very easy process. So like I said, you can choose to use the first method I mentioned, whether you iron it and just insert your neckline through, or you do it this way, whichever one works for you. Even without sewing it already, you can already see how the collar is turning out. So this is exactly how you do it. So I'll go to my sewing machine what and finish this off. And of course, when I'm done, I'm going to be showing you the two different looks. So you can see the first one already has the collar. You can see why the second one is the actual design that I need. You can see. So they are just similar. It's just the turning of the neckline and the collar that it just differs. Okay. And that is it, guys. We have come to the end of this one, and I hope you do find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with friends, share with your sewing communities. I really appreciate this a lot. If you're new here, I want to say thank you, and to my existing subscribers, I want to say thank you so much, guys. You know I appreciate you a lot. Thank you for always riding with me. Thank you, guys. And let me use this opportunity to also introduce you to my DTF printing online class that is already ongoing. This is a method of customization and branding, a very good way to earn an extra income to whatever it is you're already doing, even as a tailor or a 9 to 5, as a stay-at-home mom. This can actually work for you. You can see the flyers at the end of this video. Trust me, guys, this class is worth it. See you on the next one. Bye.